Daily Broadside, day 385. Happy Easter, Bastardos. It's a fine Sunday because it's not raining anymore. And while we're talking about Easter, I think if I owned an Easter candy company, if I owned a candy company in general, I think I would just switch up the themes, you know? Like for Easter, everything would be pastels, yellows, pinks, purples, but it would be like Christmas trees and ghosts for Easter. And then when you get down to Halloween, everything would be like black and orange and be like a bunny, and just switch up everything just to confuse the children and make it more interesting. Because everything's so played out, you know, everything's just chicks and bunnies and eggs and crap. It just gets old every year, the same crap, you know. And while we're talking about that, all you people that don't like Peeps, y'all are idiots, okay? That's some Marxist crap right there, okay? It's a marshmallow covered in like granulated sugar coating, like a thin film of crusted sugar of some sort. What's wrong with that? Y'all don't eat like mallow cups or what's some other marshmallow? What are those cookies that are like, they look like a bunt pan with like a chocolate around marshmallow? Everything with marshmallow is great. You could just get a spoon and eat marshmallow fluff. This stuff's great, man. Fluff or Nutter, I think, is marshmallow fluff and peanut butter. That's delightful as well. But Peeps are good, man. They should make them for more than just Easter. You know, I don't know if you can get a Peep in July. Just take your time there. Just walk across the road, you idiot. You know, because Peeps are awesome. And while we're talking about Peeps, let's talk about all you Peeps who go down to Disney and wait in line for 47 years. I don't understand these Disney freaks, man. I made a point not to tell my children about Disney, and as far as I know, they don't know that it even exists, because I wasn't going to be bamboozled into going down there and dropping like $9,000 while I wait in line. Have you seen the lines in those places now? See, I'm not far away from Carowinds, which is a nice theme park. They've got some great rides, thrill rides as they call it. You know, there's probably 8 or 9 of those thrill rides as they were, and they got some really good roller coasters. And you know, it's an hour away from where I'm at, so it's perfect. But I'll always go on like a Tuesday or Wednesday while all the kids are in school, like in mid-May or something. Just I wouldn't be caught dead in those places at, you know, on a Saturday or a Friday, because it's ridiculous. You just spend your life waiting in line. And even with the Speed Pass or whatever they call it, which is just a ripoff, it's still, you know, it's not like you just walk up and get on the ride. So I don't understand you people that go down to Disney, drop all that money, ride 4 rides in 9 hours. It just makes no sense to me. I don't want to be around that many people, you know. And I don't want to buy a turkey leg for $11. It's just dumb, really. You could buy a whole turkey for that, raise it from birth, and just eat it later on in life. And while we're talking about eating things, let's talk about pan death. And what do I mean by pan death? Well, we've all heard about how, like, you put a frog in boiling water and then just increase the temperature 1 degree at a time, that eventually it gets to a temperature where the frog boils to death, which has got to be an odd, you know, death. You know, so let's think about it in terms of like a big, let's say it was a frying pan, right? And the frying pan was the size of like your front yard, right? And there were really tall walls on the frying pan such that you couldn't get out, okay? It's a life-size frying pan, and you're in it, right? And so you're wearing shoes, or you're not wearing, let's say you're not wearing shoes, so you're barefoot, and they put like a big burner underneath it, and it heats up, and now it's at like 40 degrees, and you're like, it's a little warm. I don't know at what temperature it would start to get uncomfortable, but at some point your feet would start to burn, and you would start dancing, right, to keep your feet up in the air. Well, eventually, if the temperature doesn't go back up and it keeps going up a degree every couple minutes, you're gonna run out of energy, and then you fall, and now your whole body is burned. Like, how does it eventually kill you? That's what I don't get. Like, does sepsis kick in real fast? Like, how you're gonna get infection from these 3rd and 4th degree burns? You're just gonna pass out and just melt? Like, it's just the shock's just gonna take you into another realm of consciousness, and while you're laid out, you know, it's just gonna burn you to the extent that you catch on fire, I guess. I don't know. It's just, it'd be a weird way to die. And I can't remember what I was thinking about when I thought about this, but I just can't quite plug into my head how exactly you would die if at, you know, let's say 174 degrees is the point by which humans can no longer withstand temperatures, which I know it would be way less than that, and then you just get exhausted from dancing, trying to climb up the walls, which are just as hot as the floor, and then that front yard size frying pan just somehow kills you. So if anybody's got any ideas about that, feel free, let me know. Happy Easter.